Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope everything's good with you guys. So today I'm going to be reacting on Mick Jagger interview on the Howard Stern show. So if you want to see my reaction, then please keep on watching.
You know, you look at bands like Oasis or even the Beatles for that matter, those guys stood there like a stone wall. I would think dancing on stage is a huge decision for you.
It wasn't a question of making a decision to dance. I couldn't have this music going on and not move around, you know, even in these tiny little spaces that we had, you know, in the early days. It was just the natural thing to do.
To me, being a singer, to being in a band, to even dancing on stage, it requires a real confidence.
I think if you're, you know, a lead singer in a band, you have to be, you know, an extrovert. And yes, you watch other people and you copy other people. You know, I used to look at all these James Brown clips and go and see him and Chuck Berry and all these people. And they had great moves. All these people that I adored, like Jerry Lee Lewis and all these people, they had great moves. They did certain moves repetitively. He's going to do this move. He's going to stand on the piano. He's going to kick the chair. He's going to do the splits. He's going to do, you know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
So this is, you know, part of what it is to be a lead singer. And also, you know, there's times when you don't want to do that because there's times you want to center the audience on the stage. So you're going to be pretty still and just hold the center stage, you know, particularly when you're doing a particular song or ballad, perhaps, so that you don't want to be running around like a chicken with its head cut off all the time because it's just too annoying. But when I was much younger, I just did crazy things. I used to jump off the stage into the organ pit in these theaters and on my knees, and my knees would be like killing me, but because I didn't know what was there, and it was covered up in drapes. But I'd seen Little Richard do that, so I thought, well, okay, I can do that. If he can do it, I can do it. And so I used to jump off the stage, I used to run around I just could do absolutely crazy things that I hadn't rehearsed, you know.
I heard a great story about you that you were trying things out and you said, I'm going to do this move that James Brown does where he takes the microphone, he whips it down, you know, with the wire, and then he whips it back up, and you whipped it back up and you hit yourself in the face with the microphone. That was it. It was like,
that's part of the practice, the dangers of practice.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a difficult move. I mean, Prince used to do that move perfectly. He could do that. It was a move everyone had to do, so I had to try and learn to do it, but I was never very good at it.
I saw how you opened the show now with the tribute to Charlie, your late drummer.
Mm-hmm.
And I found it fascinating what you did. Before you guys come on, there's big screens and you see Charlie up there. But it's funny, what you chose to show of Charlie drumming is a very sort of steady beat. It wasn't his fanciest fill. It wasn't some crazy drum solo. It really said, this is the guy who was the heartbeat of our band. He kept pace, right? That's the point of what you're doing during the tour.
It's a heartbeat, you know. I mean, Charlie was a heartbeat for the band, you know, and also a very steady personality, you know. He's a very reliable person, you know, wasn't a diva, you know. That's the last thing you want in a drummer.
Right.
Look, so Charlie was a very subtle drummer, and you know, it was, everyone says what Charlie loved was jazz. Yeah, he loved jazz. He did love jazz, and that gave him the subtlety that perhaps that he wouldn't have had if he hadn't been such a student and also played jazz a lot. But you know, he was a rock drummer as well. You know, he was a steady rock drummer. He wasn't just a jazz drummer showing off or trying to be too technical. And also had a very sort of dry sense of humor. And you know, he was a wonderful guy to play with. But I mean, you know, I miss Charlie because, you know, he had a great sense of humor, and we also were outside of the band. You know, we used to hang out quite a lot and have interesting times going. We like sports. We go to football. We go to cricket games, and we would have other interests apart from just music. But you know, of course, really miss Charlie so much. You know, being up there playing and And every time we get together now and rehearse, we always think, oh yeah, and Charlie would say this, and then he would do that, and then he would. I mean, he was a very quirky guy, and you know, we really miss him. But you know, we did so many shows with him, and so many tours with him, and so many recording sessions. It's you know, strange being without him. But when he was sick, he said, well, you know, you've got to just carry on and do this tour. You know, you don't stop because of me. So we did.
I think he's a very grounded person, and I really liked his answers to the questions. Just in general, please let me know, what did you think about his answers? Did you like his answers? Was there something that he, you know, didn't say? Was it false? Maybe you guys know, because I don't know that much about him or the band. So if you do know something, please let me know down below in comments. I'm going to read it and just maybe learn something more about them. So yeah, it was very interesting to watch this interview, and I think I'm going to be reacting more to the interviews in the future. I think it's just very interesting to learn more about the artist, or you know, or a band. I think it's a very fun way how to learn about some things that maybe we don't know. At least for me, it's very interesting. So please let me know down below in comments also on which interview should I react on next. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this reaction, then please like my video, subscribe to my channel, and until my next video, bye guys.